Hello, Bean. Bean, will you do the intro? Will you say welcome to the Unhinged Library? Alright, welcome to the Unhinged Library.
Ow!
Bean!
I know you like shiny things.
Be nice!
Alright, that is unhinged.
Bean is unhinged, if anybody did not know.
Yeah, in case anyone didn't know. It didn't hurt that bad, Bean.
She looks sweet, but she is a killer. Mostly of spiders.
Yes.
Which I appreciate.
But hello, everyone.
Hi!
Welcome back. How's everyone doing?
We gotta stop doing the pause.
I know, the pause. I feel like you're supposed to ask that. It's just, like, nice and courteous.
I'm doing great.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this over here because it's definitely a little warm at first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about Done and Dusted today, but what have you also read this week?
So this week, I first finished Uglies because I was trying to get ready for the Netflix series coming out for it. And I've started Pretties, not too far into that book. Mm-hmm. And what was the other book that I read this week? I did read a couple of these books and finished those up recently. Mm-hmm. And I think I didn't read it all today at work, so I think I'm free. It was a weird day, I know. It felt so weird not reading at work.
That's so wild. That's wild.
What are you reading?
I read Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Mm-hmm. I'm starting the Cinnamon Bun Bookshop, and then I'm reading, like, I read Blood and Steel, and then I started the second one, which I can't remember the name of off the top. It's Vows and something.
Vows and Ruins, maybe?
Yes, Vows and Ruins. I like the covers. They have swords.
I like those ones. I have the third one right now in my Libby app. Mm-hmm. I just haven't started it with trying, like, so much going on this week of helping my friend move and trying to get settled in and whatnot. So it's just been fun. But that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, so this week's book that we're talking about is Done and Dusted by Lyla Sage. We love her.
I really enjoyed this. So first, I feel like the cover art kind of drew me in. Because it's a little bit like pop art.
Amazing.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll actually see the cover art. And if you're just listening through podcasts, I suggest looking it up because the cover is really pretty.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
All of the covers for this series are really, really pretty for it. But I would say, like, so first of all, I guess let's talk about our ratings. I would give this probably like 4.5 stars. Like, it's a good, fun, fluff read.
Yeah, I think I'm about the same. If I have to remember what I
did on Goodreads. I don't think I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads because I'm trying to, like, put true 5 stars unless they're super, super good. Not that I didn't enjoy this, but I think I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads. Mm-hmm. Which Goodreads, let me do, like, 0.5, 0.75. Like,
please.
Just let me do it.
Please.
I'll put it in myself.
Yeah. It would up your platform that much. Yeah, I gave it 4 on my Goodreads.
Because I swear I've done, like, I do Goodreads on my phone, but I've also done Goodreads on my computer at home. And I think before, like, on my computer a while ago, you could do, like, 3.5 stars. Because I have some books that somehow I've rated 3.5 stars on my profile, I think. I could be wrong. I could be tripping. But I swear. Bean also really likes these shiny bracelets today for some reason.
She likes shiny things. She is a international jewel thief.
I know one of the first times I came here, I have this, like, little butterfly necklace, and she was trying to chew that off of my neck. That
she's trying to steal the mic as well.
She likes those.
She does. She has lots of thoughts that she would like to share with the world.
Spice level. What's your spice level for this?
I'll go with 4 on it, too.
I'd say, like, 4.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad. Like, there are some spicy scenes, but not, like, explicit spice. Like, it's manageable spice. Like, I think if you're someone that's starting to get into reading spice or, like, reading more romance books like that, I think this is a good starter book.
Very much so, yes. Yeah. I loved the characters and, like, the character building in it. Like, I love them. I think, like, I think even, like, the one I don't like, I hate Luke's brother. The coke dealer brother.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot about him. Yeah,
JJ. No, the mom and the brother, and, like, we didn't really meet the stepdad, but, like, I feel like I hate the stepdad, too. Yeah, not a fan at all.
Mm-mm.
No.
But I like the representation. Like, we were talking a little bit about, before we were starting the film, about, like, the ADHD representation. And, like, seeing that on page, because, as we've talked before, we definitely have ADHD on this couch.
Yes.
So it's good to see that on page and, like, a true representation of it. So
yeah.
I like that.
And, like, I love how she included, like, knowing how it can make you more emotional and knowing that it's coming, like, feeling the overstimulation, feeling it all build up, and, like, wanting to get yourself out, and then, like, even somebody, like, maybe not let it, like, not that he didn't let her, but, like, not understanding that's what you were doing. And it's like, yes, I have been there so many times.
I like, too, like, how he was so accepting. Like, Luke could, one, start to kind of sense when her mood would shift, and then, two, like, he was just there. Like, the one scene where she, like, kind of breaks down and he just holds her and consoles her and, like, rubs her back. Like, he's not asking her to explain anything. He's just there and giving his support, which was, like, nice to see that, too.
Yes.
I feel like it was realistic. Like, I didn't feel like it was, like, a forced relationship. I felt like it happened very naturally, how things progressed, of him wanting to help her, one, with, like, her mental health struggles that she felt with, like, dealing after her accident, but then also physically helping her, like, try to get back into, like, being onto the horse and being into the stalls and getting something more for herself. I like that.
Yeah. No, I like how she wrote the dads in this book, too, because, like, I feel like a lot of the times in books, like, just more so recently, like, the dads are either, like, they don't do anything to help, or, like, they're just kind of killed off to, like, support the story. Like, most books, like, there's no mom, and then, like, the dad's kind of, like, not a great dad. And it's like, I loved Amos. I loved Teddy's dad.
I know who you're talking about. We gotta make a list next time.
I will start writing character lists. As you can see, the ADHD is ADHDing.
But I did Theodora.
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah. No, I loved her dad. I loved Amos. Because, like, I read, like, some of Amos's parts, and I'm like, oh, that's, like, when I go out with my dad. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so nice.
And I liked how he was, like, not only with his own kids and, like, one, respecting boundaries. Like, he knew something was up with her, but, like, he didn't press the issue. But then also accepting, like, Luke into his family. Understanding, like, he was a troubled kid. He didn't really have good role models as parents, but he wanted to try to help him. Like, when he goes and gets him out of jail.
Jellybean. Well, you're gonna flop off the couch. Stop flopping. I'm sorry. My cat also has ADHD.
Yeah, she's existing. She's getting very distracted today, either by, like, my shiny bracelet, the microphone, just wanting attention in general. Like, you probably heard a little on mic there. So, again, we're a little unhinged, a little off-center over here, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We love it.
But, yeah, no, I loved how she, like, wrote the father characters and didn't just, like, write them out either. And, like, I don't know, that made me very happy, because it's like, I love my dad. My dad's one of my favorite people. And, like, it's nice to see a book that's not like, oh, he, like, just sat in a chair and didn't do anything to help the family ever, or, like, only stepped up when, like, the world was literally ending.
Yep. No comment. No, I like that, too, because I feel like you can have a book that you don't always have to have, like, trauma with your parents to be able to have, like, good characters, and also for characters to have, like, traumas themselves to work through. Like, it doesn't always have to be parent related. I think a lot of us, like, no matter what happens into our childhood, like, I think that affects your life as an adult. But it was nice to see that it wasn't just like, oh, my mom and my dad. Like, yeah, she had things that happened with her mom, but that is completely understandable what her reaction was to that.
Yeah, too. Like, she had trauma with the mother, but not because, like, of what the mother did. It's like, oh, this very similar thing has now happened to me.
Are you trying to read?
She's trying to get into the iPad right now.
She wants to see your face.
No, she hates technology.
So she wants to break it? That's not nice. Bean, we need technology. It pays the bills.
Not
Unless
really.
you want to live in the Amish countries there, because, I mean, we could do it. We could churn butter. I know.
She loves butter.
We like butter. We like cheese. The only thing, so Clementine, I don't love that name. I think it's unique. I do like that it's unique to a story that I haven't read that same name 100 times. Probably not the name I would have picked, but I think it's cute. I like Emmy way better than I like Clementine.
Yeah. I feel like if I ever, like, kind of went in the deep end with religion and had, like, a bunch of kids, eventually one of them would be named Clementine. I like it. Would I name one of, like, my first 3 kids Clementine? No. If I had 6, then maybe.
Maybe I was wondering our options there, like Clementine. Okay. And she doesn't eat any clementines in the book. I thought she'd at least eat one.
That would be cannibalism.
I was like, no clementines for breakfast? Come on. You know, like dirty clementines? Because I kind of pictured that too. Just like how books are. Like, we get a dirty whiskey scene, but like, I figured we were going to get like a dirty orange scene or something.
No.
Whiskey.
Oranges are an unsexy fruit. They are.
Yeah, they got like
They're
splash
sticky.
on them, and oh yeah,
It's just too sticky.
they're a pain in the butt sometimes too.
They
to peel.
are.
Unless they're like a nice little cuties. Cuties are good. They're sticky. But again, dirty scenes.
I can feel, again, I love the sensory issues representation in there because you actively just saw me like reacting to just
like,
thinking about the sensory issue I have with that.
Our other sensory issue was the warm whiskey shooter.
Yeah, I can drink whiskey. I do not enjoy drinking whiskey. If I'm drinking whiskey, something is very wrong in my life. I don't like whiskey even more when it's warm. And when it's warm by somebody else, I feel like that would not be something I would want at all.
I enjoy whiskey. I enjoy it frequently. I do shots. Not from people's mouths, but I do shots from a glass. Well, they're cold to an extent. Like, they're not, like, warm, like, 98.5 degrees warm, but, like, also think about it, too, because I was thinking about it afterwards. I'm like, when you go to the bar, it's not like the liquor is on ice back there hanging out, but it is at least a little cooler than, like, room temp instead of a desk drawer that I just pulled it out of. But go you, girl, for having fun. Night. Go you. The rest of that, really fun. The Hawk Tua scene, though, well, if on that part, but the rest of it, great.
It was just the warm whiskey for me. Like, if it was, like, maybe something else, or, like, maybe if the whiskey was in the cooler first.
And then it went in his mouth?
But, like, the warm
It wasn't in there long, so it wasn't a warm up that fast, but...
Yeah, but it's, like, the warm whiskey.
Yeah. But again, fun. I think, too, like, some of the spicy scenes, like I think we said, too, like, just aren't as heightened as some spicy scenes that I read, which I like that, of, like, a nice mellow pace fluff.
I like that it wasn't, like, here's a spicy scene, here's another spicy scene, here's all the spicy scenes. Like, the second half of the book is just spice.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it helped drive the plot. It really did.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't too much. It didn't overshadow the entire book. I think it was really nice.
Really well paced, I think. I like the turmoil with the brothers.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was, like, a good pace, because, again, like, you get to 75% of the way to the book, and, like, oh, they're all happy.
Warning bells.
Warning bells. I feel like when I get to that point in a book, too, I'm just like, I can't even enjoy this, because I know bad things are coming.
Anxious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am a sucker for romances that do not have a third act breakup. Not that I dislike them, it makes me upset every single time, and then I want to cry, and I'm like, why am I crying? This is stupid. I know they're gonna get back together, but still, it makes me upset.
This one didn't have that.
No, that's why I liked it.
I'd say, like, your tropes are, like, best friend's brother, for sure.
Yeah.
Trauma healing, and, like, healing with trauma together.
For both of them, too, because, like, how, like, Luke found, like, more acceptance. Like, they already accepted him, but, like, he took her there and, like, let her see that side of his life he even wasn't, like, actively doing anything with.
Mm-hmm. And I think, too, like, the confrontation with Gus made him, like, accept things in his own life, and like that helped their relationship hopefully going forward.
Yeah.
Or right, yeah, it is Gus because August is his name.
Yeah,
his full name.
August.
Which there's a lot of nicknames throughout this book.
It's cowboys.
Yeah, again, because you have like Clementine, who's Emmy. You have Theodora, who's Teddy, and then August, Gus.
Luke is mostly known as Brooks.
Wes.
I
think his name's Weston. They just haven't fully came out with that.
They have.
Oh, it is Weston?
Yeah. Or is it Wesley? It's one of them.
It's a longer Wes something, but he goes by Wes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for his book, but I'm more excited for book 3. But I'm a sucker for enemies to lovers.
I don't know. I'm excited for Wes's book because, like, that, and I think the 4th one is going to be the ex, or Gus's ex.
Yep.
Which, like, I kind of like that she's getting her own book, too, because, like, maybe it's not going to be, like, a jealousy angle with her and Teddy.
No.
Or with Gus and Teddy, and that makes me happy, because, like, you don't have to hate another woman. If, like, you had an amicable breakup, and, like, you're friends, and, like, obviously you're co-parenting pretty well, because the kid was cute.
Mm-hmm. Riley, she's cute.
She is cute. But, like, yeah, I like that. I don't think she's pushing it, or, like, a jealousy angle there.
No, I read the synopsises because after we read this one, I was just kind of looking through because the 4th book is coming out around your birthday.
Yes, it's on my birthday.
Yeah, on your birthday.
I'm so excited. It's happy birthday me.
Yay! So I read that synopsis and it seems like, because she's with the fiance in this book.
Yes.
So it seems like eventually they get married and they split up and it's a different person. So it's not even like Gus.
That's
so, like,
what I figure.
Which I like that because, like, they accept too in this book. They're like, it was a one-night stand. We're really good co-parents together, but we're just friends. Like, it's never going to push past that. And I'm excited to see that in his book a little bit and in her books. I think we're going to see, like, both perspectives of it.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. I like Wes. Wes seems like a little cinnamon roll boy, too.
He's love
so
Wes.
sweet.
And, like, he just wants to open up his little, like, guest ranch. And I'm like, I would go. I almost went to one in Colorado right before COVID hit. And I was going to go alone because it was also a spa. And I'm like, you know what? I work my ass off. And I had no other responsibilities at the time. Slightly looking at me and looks around. Yeah, no responsibilities at the time. So I was gonna go to, like, this cool ranch out in Colorado, and it's like a spa and a ranch, and it had horses and, like, an active, like, cow farm, and I was excited. And then COVID happened, and I was sad.
Been no rodeoing for you.
I just didn't get to go to Colorado.
That's okay. Another day.
Yeah.
I think too, like, he gets stuck in that, like, middle kid syndrome of, like,
Yes.
my older brother has the whole ranch, my little sister is like a barrel racer, and I'm me.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be fun, kind of seeing him in that book too.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a part of it. I like how he handled when he found out about, like, Emmy and Brooks as well. Like, he wasn't the one quick that he probably also knew. Like, you cannot tell me him and Amos didn't know.
The shirt scene.
Yeah, he knew.
He had an idea. If
he
not,
knew. Like... And, like, the truck was there, and he even commented, like, oh, his truck's here.
And she's like, really?
Also, they go into detail telling us about these trucks and, like, how noticeable they are. And you really didn't think to move your truck?
At all?
Like, oh, we have to be secretive. I don't want us to find out. Leaves truck in driveway.
Plain sight.
Yeah.
Go Amos. Amos always knows what's up.
Yes. I think Amos and Russ knew. And, like, I like that Amos wasn't like, grr, stay away. It's like, no. Like, he's like, you know what? They're adults. Like, they're going to probably be good for each other.
And he even kind of encouraged it, too, because he's like, there's a lot that you don't know about Luke. Like, there's more to him than you can see.
Yeah. I like how they cover, like, Luke's dad, Jimmy, too, where, like, Luke's like, oh, he wasn't a good father. Like, he was a drunk, but, like, he did leave me something good. Like, was it in the hole when I took it over? Yeah, but, like, that bar probably being, like, that far in the hole and, like, him actually having to work at something probably, like, led to a lot of personal growth for him.
I would agree, yeah.
So.
Of, like, him trying to, like, manage a business, because he had to save it, because it was in the dumps. And then, too, just, like, maintaining all of it.
And, like, showing that, like, he even is conscious enough to be like, I could be just like Jimmy. I could just be a drunk right now. But there are other things I'd like to do.
Also, you'd be at that bar because all of the music that they kept saying, I was like, Haley likes the song, Haley likes the song,
I
Haley
do,
likes the song.
and like they kept like bringing up like Waylon and like the Highwaymen, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna put this on my playlist right now.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think this was. Did this book have a playlist?
I don't think this one did,
because I read it on my Kindle, so like I kind of just skip everything.
I didn't see it because I have like an EPUB, like
yeah,
a iBooks version of this, so I didn't see one in there, but I could be wrong. I liked her little blurb at the end of this book too. I don't always read about the authors. Not anything against authors. I think I just kind of skip it sometimes and I just don't pay attention. But I did like her like wanting to represent ADHD onto a page and like having that, and like she likes being out west and like being out into the cowboy ranches and all that stuff. So I liked her representation for herself and what she wanted on page 2.
And like it made it more personal. Like the writing, it took you into the story better. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm like guessing at this.
Yeah.
It was like very like, oh, like I'm into this. This is very like, it's immersive.
Yep, I would agree.
There is not a playlist, but if there was a playlist, it would now become like one of my walking around, driving around playlists, because basically every song they named, I sing along to anyway.
Literally, like I was like, this is our car ride music when like Haley drops me off after like we record or whatever. We're just driving around in general. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely like your little playlist music.
Like throw some Zach Bryan in there, and we're good.
Yep, your man just didn't get in there, but I feel like, when did this one come out? Like a year ago?
Yeah, I want to say this would have been like,
not that he wasn't popular,
something in the orange.
Yeah, that's probably when this like first started to hit. So maybe book 2's got some of your guy in there.
Yeah,
we'll see. We will probably eventually cover that on the podcast as well. I just don't think it's in our top queue, the second book in the series.
No, we're definitely going to read this. I mean, the third book comes out in November. I will be reading the second book before November.
So maybe we do like a dual episode and like we do both books maybe.
We'll see how much we have to cover in the books, because like...
Oh yeah, book 3, I mean, I am pumped for it. So.
Yeah.
That's probably, like I say, that's the book I'm most excited for, I think, in the series.
Especially because, like, I feel like we'll definitely get more on Gus. Because, like, Teddy says she's kind of friendly with the girl, like, the designer girl. Yeah. So, like, maybe we'll get more on Teddy, too. I like Teddy. Teddy's probably one of my favorites.
I like her. I think she's got, like, a lot of a complex character development. Like, her mother just dropping her off at her dad at a concert, and her dad dropping everything to raise her. We love him. Don't remember his name, but we love him.
We do.
We love Teddy's daddy. But I think, like, they definitely have an interesting plotline. Also, Dad calling the girls out. Yep. I love that. And he's just like, yeah, if you don't want me to hear, shut your door.
Yep.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
For sure. But again, like, he's not, like, shaming you or anything like that. He's just like, yeah, just shut your door next time.
Yeah, you guys were kind of loud. Mm-hmm. It's not a secret.
Yeah, I do like this. And then also,
I'm trying to look up the name.
You were talking about your coworker, how they ordered from the small publisher in Sages.
She got like a signed copy, and it came with like a really cool poster that she showed me. And like, I guess you order it through Lyla Sage's like local bookstore, I think is like where the link takes you to order it. I think that's just really cool.
I thought that was like a really cool idea. Yeah. So I have the digital version, and I'm a person that I like to read digitally, decide if I really, really like it, and then buy it. Not that I don't buy books in hardcover, but this makes me want to go to her website and kind of look into maybe possibly doing that and like supporting a little small bookstore.
Yeah.
Because we love to support your small local businesses, as I'm tongue-tied here.
I'm trying to
find his name, yeah. I can't even think of what it is. Because the first time I think you're introduced to him is like when she goes to her house for her birthday or whatever.
Yeah. Hank.
Typical country western man's name.
I love some Hank Williams.
Yep. You definitely bet that he had to cover that in his band.
Yeah.
Had to at least once.
No, he was like a headbanger.
Oh, yeah, he was a rock star, so no, he definitely didn't.
I mean, they could have.
Because they did drive through that town. That's how he found that town to live in. So,
Yeah.
maybe. I wondered if they performed at the bar while Jimmy owned it. That'd be some, like, real small world stuff. But they don't tell you that. That's just, like, my own personal little theory there, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Overall, definitely recommend this if you're in your cowboy, romantic-y, girly era. Oh, I shouldn't say romantic-y. Romance era.
Yeah. It's
Love
very
romance-y.
much so contemporary romance.
Yes.
You do not expect any sort of sorcery or...
Yeah, you're just in, like, regular world. That's, like, a nice thing, too, of, like, not having to learn the whole world. You're just in Wyoming. Chilling.
Yeah, I like Wyoming. I want to go to Wyoming.
Have you ever been?
No, I would just... I did a research project on Wyoming in 5th grade. No, 4th grade. I don't know. 4th or 5th grade, we had to do a project on a state, and my state was Wyoming, because I'm at the end of the alphabet. So, I
think I did one of those, and I, like, aggressively told people, like, I am going to do Arizona. Because that's where, like, my grandma and everyone's from, so, like, I am doing that. So I remember, like, doing something on Arizona. Not New York State.
No.
It was definitely Arizona that I did. So, like,
yeah,
probably
I did
around
Wyoming. I want to go to Wyoming. Wyoming seems cool.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a lot of cool, like, hiking, like, the Arches. I know that's not in there. That's, like, up Utah. But, like, in that general area, there's got to be, like, fun stuff up there.
Oh, yeah. All the mountains and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, it was a pleasure hanging out with all of you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming again. Or if you're your first time, hope it wasn't too...
Unhinged.
I mean, really, we just, like, kind of go off on tangents.
Yeah, I think that's generally, like, how it is. Some people enjoy our tangents. Some do not, but that's okay.
Yeah, we enjoy our tangents.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
To make more friends. Bye.
Goodbye. Oh, I get to stamp a book. Yes.
Yes.
I have a book stamp, so since we are on Hinge Library, we have to stamp our book. I don't want to do that. Hey!